Hey everybody, welcome to episode 14 of OA Wrestling. Recording this October 6, 2015, and this is the show that follows the Madison Square Garden live event for Brock Lesnar and Big Show. And yeah, that's really all I got for an intro. There's not much else to really go off of, but once again, we thank you for checking out the show. And joining me this week right now, I've got Cole.
Hey.
And I have our resident retired wrestler, Chef Joe.
Hey.
AJ may join in a little bit later, but we'll hear from him later if he joins in. So to pretty much just go ahead and start things off. Yeah, so I guess in WB the big thing that went on was the Madison Square Garden live event.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch it live or?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch it live. I did catch up though, and I was able to watch it later.
So how was it?
Yeah,
it was. I mean, you know, it was a neat event, and I mean, there were some good moments in it. There was some odd moments, and there was some in there as well. Let me see. A cool moment they did was apparently the Madison Square Garden event also, and they did this whole they allowed him to do a whole thing for it. It was Chris Jericho's 25th anniversary of his debut in wrestling.
Oh, very nice.
His first ever match, and he said it was the Moose Hall in some town in Canada. But it was neat. He went into a whole thing. Openly acknowledged that Lance Storm was in the front row of the crowd.
Nice.
He's
just there.
Yeah, no. Like apparently it was a bunch of Jericho's friends. I actually forgot that his dad played for the Rangers.
Yeah, his dad played for the. There's a thing where I've gone to Ranger games, and you know, like how certain sporting events will have celebrities saying, "Come on, guys, get ready!" That sort of thing. Chris Jericho sometimes comes on Titantron, just says, "Let's go Rangers!" in his Fozzie voice.
Yeah.
And at first, it was funny because I asked my dad, his dad played for them, right? He goes, "Yeah, his dad was okay." He played for a bunch of teams apparently, though.
Yeah. But but they gave Jericho a nice moment, and then actually, I don't know, I mean, honestly, his match, him and Kevin Owens put on a decent match. I mean, obviously, you knew Jericho wasn't going to win the title, even if it was a house show thing. It was one of those situations where it was like, okay, I know Owens is walking out with the title somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And how did he?
Let me see. Wait, how did he beat it? Oh yeah, sorry. He actually poked Jericho in the eye, and then I think was it just rolled up, or did he? I don't think he put.
Pretty sure he just rolled him up.
Yeah, I don't think he powerbombed him. No. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was just a roll up.
Brings out everything for house show Madison Square Garden. Oh, sorry, I'm reading our chat for those in the recorded version. House shows at Garden usually can't. No, this one got a little bit more of storyline into it because they chose to make it a big event. I think you said
there's actually some backstage politics to this.
Yeah, I think.
Let me explain. I'm sorry that.
Yeah, because I think you mentioned before that.
So let me explain real quick.
Yeah.
Because I need to say this because Madison Square Garden is so expensive they can't televise there anymore, and so even though they do house shows, it's still really expensive because the Garden's got the whole prestige thing and all that sort of stuff. So WWE's been slowly shifting to Barclay. They were doing Izod. They don't do Prudential as much, but if they're going to New York, they usually go to either one of those two. But now Izod's gone, so it's probably just gonna be Prudential and Barclay. But the thing is, they needed to justify having a house show at Madison Square Garden. So what they did was they added Brock Lesnar to the card and then said, oh, you know what, let's televise it, make it so people want to come to this We can sell out the Garden. It'll pay for everything. And I'm sorry for interrupting you, but, like, yeah, that's because I've been, like, talking to you about this. Because, like, WWE likes to go to the Garden, but the Garden is just, like, they're just, like, non-negotiable assholes sometimes.
Yeah, because I remember we talked about that before, apparently, that, the Garden is incredibly expensive to even just, to do televised... It's specifically televised events, right?
They're team, like the teams like the Knicks and the Rangers, they're owned by the company, so like they're good. But like if the circus comes to town, they like want to do clips of it. Oh well, this is the Garden. It's a brand. You gotta pay us extra. If like you're doing a concert or something and you want to televise it, like Linkin Park did a few years ago, it cost a lot of money. It's just that like your television rights for saying you're at Madison Square Garden, it costs dollar bills. I think that's why boxing matches that like are very rare there that are pay-per-view. Usually people like to go to like Staples Center or Las Vegas.
Right. But yeah. So I guess that's there, but then kind of going back to the event itself, let me see. Oh, you know what? I can't believe I'm not even just prefacing this right off the bat, but okay, so they let the Divas have a match. Where it was six divas. It was PCB versus was Bella's, and like this was pretty much supposed to be the last straw match for Charlotte and Becky even trying to deal with Paige. Because Paige pretty much goes and starts being a bitch again, and when she needs to get when she tries to get the other two involved, they pulled. It was neat to see it. They pulled the double jump off the apron when somebody goes for the tag, and then Paige just sort of looks at him like Paige does the whole thing where she's like the most hurt one in the room and all that. But and I'm not sure if I could pull. I'm not sure if I could pull just the clip. And honestly, it would involve extra editing because we wouldn't put it. We wouldn't put it in the recorded version anyway. But if you can find Paige's short promo from after the match, it is one of the most hilariously bad things I've seen out of WWE recently. Because it's I really I was kind of going along with it. But she had one line that was just absolutely just stupid and perfect at the same time. It was like what was the whole thing? She ended up getting defeated because she was left on her own. So then she goes she grabs the microphone and she's just like, I can't believe they would do this to me. Then the next line is, I am the best friends.
I speak English.
And
I speak OG English.
And I'm just sitting there going, okay, this is already interesting because that was possibly one of the silliest things I've heard. And I'm not sure.
All right.
I don't.
Suki,
Yeah.
Where does this rank up with 2 is greater than 1?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, here's the thing: 2 is greater than 1. They were obviously going for goofy.
Yes.
It was supposed to be silly. This was Paige trying to cut a serious promo. Well, it was supposed to be a serious in character promo, I guess. But it came off silly. So, but also, if to anybody else who saw this promo, does anybody know what? Oh, sorry. I heard myself repeating back. What happened?
I heard you too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably AJ. I think AJ's in here.
Yeah.
We can barely hear you. But while he's fixing his mic real quick, NASCAR 2 is greater 1 came back when Ryback was first debuting as Ryback, and he was just doing he was beating jobber after jobber on pay-per-view, and I think it was at Extreme Rules, where maybe it was Striker. No, Alex Riley and someone else came out and said, "We can beat you because 2 is greater than 1."
More
And then
likely,
he
it's probably
killed-
the Miz.
No, it was
It was random jobbers. I don't think Riley was involved at all. Actually,
I know it was the dude.
It wasn't Riley.
It was the dude who Zack Ryder, who was a tag champ with. I think it was Curtis, whatever his name is.
Axel?
Or, who was the dude?
No.
He was
Kurt
No.
Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins. It was Kurt Hawkins and someone else.
let's see.
know.
I
Just
don't
a random
remember. Yeah, I really don't remember off the top of my head.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, but I think AJ had the same question for me that I have for everybody when it comes to Paige's promo from Madison Square Garden.
What the fuck did she say at the end?
Yeah, you can't tell what she said. We heard perfectly what she said for the first everything except the last thing she said.
I am the best friends.
Da-da-da.
You know, not those best friends.
Yeah. Also, real quick, Ryback defeated Jay Hatton and Aaron Relic, so I was wrong.
Okay.
So it was just 2 random jabbers.
Yeah.
2 random jobbers.
But yeah, honestly, if this is the recorded version on YouTube, you can leave it as a comment. I'll look at it later, and I'll be thankful to you for actually telling me what the hell, or deciphering the code that was Paige.
A little hard to do on that one, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. But other than that, the event for Madison Square Garden, the stuff that went on, let's see. Dudley's and New Day was, honestly, it was a solid match. Of course, it ended, with bullcrap, but...
That's where I stopped watching. Right after that, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Screw this. Because I knew Lesnar Big Show was going to be a freaking squash match.
Well, it was, it was basically the tale of 2 squashes is what happened. Because the first half was literally Big Show just manhandling Lesnar.
So it was essentially a Brock Lesnar Randy Orton match.
I guess because think about it, that's how it's always been with Orton. He gets his ass kicked for about half the match, and then he comes out of nowhere. Yeah, well, because it basically goes for about half that, and then the second half was actually Brock Lesnar. Pretty much suplexes.
Suplex City, bitch.
I will admit he did do one suplex that is very impressive with Big Show. He did it over the top belly to belly.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't look as sloppy as he did it at a Survivor Series back in 2002.
Oh, that's right. They did.
Yeah.
That's right. And which
that match, Survivor Series 2002 was at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And I'll admit, I'll give WB credit for this. They did do a pretty good job of trying to build this match.
They did, but it's Big Show. That's the problem.
Do you remember? Let me ask you something. They were the smartest sons of bitches in the world because they did not mention their 2014 Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, they did.
Actually, they did.
They did.
Yep, they did.
I thought they were totally blacklisting that because of how bad it was.
Nope.
Well,
they
showed it because they mainly showed the part where he beat the crap out of him with the chair and broke the chair.
That's essentially what it was. That's all that match was.
That match was like Brock Lesnar running around the ring, then getting in the ring, then F5.
Yeah, but the match itself was it wasn't that long, and it just they pretty much had Big Show shows off for a bit. Brock Lesnar takes him out. There you go. Okay, I will say though, what ended up being I guess you could say there was a dual main event for this. The marquee match was supposed to be Brock and Big Show because that was the whole name of the event and everything. But the steel cage match between Cena and Rollins, I will say that was probably one of the best steel cage matches they've put on in a while.
Oh, it was really good. I have some issue with the ending, but not because the smart reason. But I have an issue with how they justified the ending. Because
for those that aren't aware, at the end of the match, Cena was down. Rollins was going to climb out of the cage, and then Kane comes out and pretty much stands under Rollins, like, "What are you doing?" It's like, yeah.
Here's my issue with that. You just put like, hey, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? My issue with that is, if you're Seth Rollins, I want you to take a long, hard, think for a second. Just like a hard, long. I know it sounds like, just think real long and hard for a second. You could jump in the ring and try and beat a dude who can't get beat, and you know it, and you can only beat him because an old dude with gray hair hit him with a chair. Or you could jump out of the ring, maybe get chokeslammed, but you win a title. I kind of think there was an option that made way more sense. Like, pain is temporary. A title is in the records forever, unless you're Chris Benoit. Think about that.
Well, honestly, I think there were. Here's the thing. Actually, I think if Rollins had jumped out and towards Kane, that unless they messed it up, I think the idea would have been Kane would have caught him and then carried him back into the cell or the cage.
Right. It'd be like when Kane caught Daniel Bryan and the Royal Rumble was like, "Pull me back in, pull me back in." Oh God. Also, really quick, AJ, look what NASCAR posted in the chat for whatever Paige said.
Let me take a look at this too.
I haven't even. I don't even have live stream.
Oh God, it's okay. It's CM Punk looking back at a camera, and it says, "Did I just hear you use improper grammar?"
Please send me that right now. Please send me that right now. I'm gonna need that for multiple things.
He is not Twitter. Literally on fire. If he was literally on fire, I would feel sorry for him.
And then that would be, and then the ever classic. You are a bitch. You're a bitch. Learn some correct grammar, for Christ's sake.
It's so good.
But yeah. So.
Oh, get that
shit
put
in
up there.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, and unfortunately, it was funny because the last time we saw Seth do a frog splash, it actually looked like a pretty good frog splash. He's actually got the move pretty good.
Yeah. But coming off the cage.
Oh my God! Did he fuck it up going off the cage? I was afraid.
He looks like he hit his knee first.
When he was coming down, I was afraid he was gonna really hurt himself. I'm like, there's no way. I mean, Eddie did it. That's just because Eddie was a fantastic performer. Seth, he is a fantastic performer, but holy shit, that looked fucking scary. Him coming off the top of that.
Honestly, I think what it is.
The last frog splash off like a cage. Sorry.
No, the last frog splash I can remember coming off the top of a steel cage was Eddie Guerrero versus JBL on SmackDown.
The closest one I could think of was Chris Jericho.
There was Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt.
That was a splash. That wasn't a frog splash.
Yeah, but
there's a difference.
Yes, there is. Frog splash, you do a certain position when you jump off.
Yeah.
You kind of leap like a frog while the crossbody thing is pretty much you literally just jump off and you don't do like the frog motion.
Yeah,
I did those moves.
Yeah, so listen to Chef. He knows what's up.
No. I was like, I immediately jumped to Jericho, but if that's true, then you're right.
Yeah. But yeah. So, because I think, and I look at it and I realize, to be perfectly honest, because you look where he landed, and I don't think. I mean, Cena obviously wasn't in the position for if the move was going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know if Rollins thought he was going to actually hit Cena or forgot that the move was not supposed to hit. Because then again, he could have just given that he was jumping from metal, he could have just flat out slipped.
No, what Cena did was he was just supposed to hit him, but then Cena moved out of the way at the last second, like, hey, remember my nose, bitch?
But overall the steel cage. I think the match of the event probably was the steel cage match.
I like the New Day match a little. Like the steel cage match was good, but like the New Day Dudleys like really were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can see, I can see that. I can see it being a toss-up between the two. I think for me, it was the steel cage match.
Honestly, it's like on a wrestling scale, that was better. But like on an entertainment scale, I like entertainment is like that's freaking funny, and like I'm having fun watching this New Day because like Xavier Woods is doing his thing, and like the Dudleys know how to pump up a crowd,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But let's see. So. Okay, so Madison Square Garden, I think that's really all we got for that. Because, well, what else was there? Wasn't there a oh yeah, there was a 6-man tag. It was the Wyatts, or no, wait. No, yeah, it was the Wyatts versus,
No, there was a, oh.
Wasn't it?
There was something else. There was Sheamus and Rusev versus Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler.
That's what I was thinking of, because Orton was involved. My bad. Oh, I'm confusing it, because there was a 6-man tag on Raw. That was the Wyatts with Orton, the Invert. I'm confusing those. Okay. But yeah, I have to say that match was okay, and the thing is that this was one of those moments where I thought they were actually going to try and like push part of story in this, because I guess it turned into a one-off moment, but I saw them possibly trying to bring justification into Sheamus going after Rollins as pretty much, and coming out as a face, because he had basically a disagreement with Rusev. I don't know. That's what I
just had a. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that that's what I saw was like, okay, they're gonna try and set up Sheamus as more of a face, so that way when he cashes in on Rollins, that it makes more sense.
Well, after this past Monday on Raw,
yeah.
What do you think?
I was gonna say after this past Monday night on Raw, yeah, I don't really think Sheamus is gonna be turning face anytime soon, and honestly. Let's be real here.
That's good.
Yeah, I know that's good. I want Sheamus to remain heel because like I said, let's be real. Face Sheamus is just not fun to watch.
Mm-mm.
The only good thing about face Sheamus was the whole thing with Del Rio.
That's what I was gonna say. His chemistry with Alberto Del Rio, that was the best part about him. But
yeah,
and like I honestly think like that on SmackDown for months was the reason to watch SmackDown. But
that honestly was.
But after that, like what did he do? He fought Big Show and lost. He tried to train Santino for a bit. Like
he feuded with Orton forever. So it's like
that's true.
I just don't like Sheamus as a face character. I want him to stay how he is, and because honestly, he's better like this. And obviously, you can see it and you can hear it when he comes out. He does get a reaction. He's getting a
reaction because the fucking lights that hit his body make him blinding.
Not only that, he also gets.
You can't see shit when you.
You get the whole "you look stupid" chant. That's the thing. It's always like that's the golden rule of professional wrestling. If you're not getting a reaction, you're doing something wrong. When he's out there, you hear the crowd chanting every single week, "You look stupid," and he plays into it. So credit to Sheamus.
Yep. There was a fucking dude on Raw who had a sign of the. You remember the SpongeBob movie where the guy goes, "My eyes."
Yeah.
There was a dude who had that. It was so good because they put it up like right as his light was hitting him, and honestly, I couldn't tell his fucking outline from all the light. It just goes my eyes.
I just saw the image. I was like, I finally got the image saved. Yes. Did I just hear you use improper grammar? Yes. I'm gonna have such fun with that one. Anyway.
I was gonna say. Actually, speaking of signs at Raw. There was I randomly noticed this while I was catching up, but somebody snuck in just like a regular 8x10 piece of paper with just typed on it. It just said, "Holy shit."
That's some dry humor.
That's just fantastic. That is funny though.
Yeah, but let me see. So since we kind of got over to Raw.
Raw, I don't. It's like I've been feeling this. I've been feeling this the last several weeks. I just have had zero motivation to watch Raw. I don't know why. I watch it in bursts. Like it's like, okay, I see one match, go to a commercial, I go back. Because I don't have a cable box in my room because I unhooked it so I can have my dual monitors. I'm trying to figure out a way so I can hook that back up, but I digress. Yeah, it's like, okay, match is over, go to my room, and I'm just doing whatever. And then there's a tag team match going on. It depends who is out there. And I look and see who's on. Nah, don't care. And then just go back to my room. So it's like, that's bad when I'm like, I don't feel like sitting there for 3 straight hours watching Raw.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Raw's ratings have been dropping a little bit. And also
mostly because of Monday Night Football.
Yeah, that too. But also, one of the things I do is, since I'm a newspaper editor, so, I have to, work, basically all day Monday, and I don't get to watch Raw. And I have the option, maybe I usually just look at the Bleacher Report grades to see the card or see the promos and stuff. So that's usually what I do. But if I can get a stream going, I can go on King's stream and just listen. Sometimes I do that, and what I do is I just plug in my headphones and listen for pops. I'm like, oh, something's going on. I put my headphones on, and I hear Michael Cole going, "It's Sheamus." I'm like, I'll leave one headphone on and see where this goes, or something like that. Or just sometimes I won't leave them on.
I think the only time that my strategy has kind of bit me in the ass was when I was watching Raw. It was the night of the Dudley Boys' return. It was the New Day against whoever, and then and I'm like, all right, screw this. I go back to my room, and then I hear the Dudley Boys music, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I just go sprinting out of my room back to the TV.
They were facing Primetime.
Oh, okay.
Where the fuck are they?
Primetime players?
Yeah.
Probably.
No clue.
They're around.
Yeah, probably doing superstars and stuff right now.
It's weird only seeing 2 teams on Raw and SmackDown. 2 tag teams on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, you're only seeing New Day and the Dudley Boys. No, actually, no. You see the Lucha Dragons.
They're rebranding Los Matadores. Well, because they're with Neville. But they're rebranding Los Matadores. I have no idea what's going on with the Usos. Primetime players are probably superstarring it.
Yeah.
This was the division.
One of the who was it? One of the Usos is injured.
I think it's Jay.
Yeah, because Jimmy's been doing commentary on SmackDown.
SmackDown. I thought he was doing Superstars.
Was it Superstars? I thought he was on SmackDown. That's weird.
All I know,
on SmackDown.
All I know is that all I remember is that on NXT a couple weeks ago when they did the Finn Balor Samoa Joe versus whoever it was first round match in the Dusty Classic. That wasn't the Enzo match.
Oh.
I'm talking about the one where where it was actually from a WB taping in Providence. And they had the guy that does Superstars, and then Jimmy Uso did the
Scott Stanford.
No, it wasn't it wasn't Stanford. But so those two, and all I remember is Jimmy. You know what? You need some work.
I was gonna say,
at least he's doing something.
I absolutely hate admitting this. I really fucking do. And for those that know me, you guys know how much I can't stand Booker T on commentary. I'd rather listen to Booker T than Jay.
Well, at least Booker T, he has
or Jimmy, or whatever.
At least Booker T can be entertaining.
On occasion.
Yeah. Well, because
everybody on the roster is on his base side.
Bone's connected to the leg bone.
Oh, Jesus God, why?
He gives a little creepo material for the Mark with Mark, that's for sure.
Yeah, and
but I do think though that but let's go back to the tag. Can I say something about the tag division real quick?
Sure,
go for it.
This is really weird because we were saying how back in Cesaro and Tyson Kidd were especially tag champs. The tag team division is really heating up, but now we only have maybe 2 or 3 teams that are really showing up on Raw, and they're honestly the best teams because probably. Lucha Dragons are the best all-around wrestling team because they got our back, right? All that. New Day are the most entertaining, and Dudley Boys are the most well-liked because of history. So I don't know if that's shows, man, they still have steam, or man, they're just using their A-plus players.
Well, for the main story-driven shows, that's one thing. And I mean, and it's kind of a whole balancing act of how because they've got all these stories going into the next pay-per-view, and they've got to balance it out of how they're going to do it. Can they devote time to maybe a sub story in the tag division or something like that to put on there.
They've done that in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, look back towards the Attitude Era. I mean, there were sub stories within the tag team division on occasion. They've had multiple ones with like Edge and Christian and the Hardys.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dudleys and the Hollies.
Yeah.
And Right to Censor.
Oh God, let's not talk about Right to Censor. That was dumb.
Let's talk about Right to Censor.
That was such a dumb team.
No.
Do you remember their entrance was just blaring noise?
It was just blaring sirens the entire time. But anyway.
Yeah, and I was. By the way, did anybody happen to catch the table for three with the women's legends?
I did see that.
No.
It was neat because man, it had been so long since I'd seen Ivory.
Ivory's been gone forever.
Yeah, but it was kind of an interesting mix because you had Alundra Blaze, Ivory, and Molly Holly.
Wow, they got Molly. I forgot they got Molly Holly.
Yeah,
wow.
And it was a really neat kind of conversation between all of them, and of course they once again of course because you had Alundra Blaze there, the topic of the belt drop came into be.
Well, that's the thing. That's gonna be a thing that's gonna haunt her for the rest of her days.
She pretty much went into the whole story of just saying, you know what, honestly, if I had known what was gonna come of that, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Honestly, we just did it. We did it because we thought, we just thought, oh, whatever. It's just, TV, and we didn't think anything of it. We just thought it'd be a moment to, kind of just be like, hey, I'm here now. I'm, this is me showing up here and taking over or whatever.
Yeah, I find it funny that people always kind of pointed the finger straight at Alundra because of that.
That was Bischoff.
I was gonna say, in all reality, it was Bischoff.
Yeah, it was Bischoff.
Bischoff was the one that told her to do it.
Well, Bischoff pretty much suggested it, and she just went along with it. And
it was still one of the most iconic scenes out of the Monday Night War.
Yeah, in fact, she even went into it. She basically
people
said,
like to blame. Sorry.
Yeah, she pretty much said, she pretty much said she liked that. I'm not sure if she said she likes to believe that she did, or she truly believes that she did, but she'll pretty much state that she started the Monday Night War.
That was the first shot, honestly. That really was the first major shot.
Yeah. I will say, though, that it's kind of sad when you think of it, but she still has that belt, I remember she took it out during the Hall of Fame ceremony. She took it out of the garbage. It's home now. But the thing is about her, she, in WCW himself, it's funny how much, shit Eric Bischoff did that totally gets over not talked about because of what happened in 2000 and 2001. It's funny how much of that sinking ship, how many holes were created by Eric Bischoff. But everyone just likes to look at Vince Russo and Ted Turner.
Well, you look at the fact
they didn't fuck up, but still.
You do look at the fact that 9 out of 10 times because look at the NWO. The NWO got so huge. I mean, yeah, when they first came in, it was a great concept. I loved it.
Look at the adjective, play.
But, as it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, 95% of the roster was a part of the NWO. And then every week, you're seeing someone get completely squashed by the NWO. And Big Show even said it himself. No one wanted to get beat up by the NWO anymore. And it was just getting boring.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, and that's what killed it. WCW did not know how to build stars. Look at guys like Jericho.
No.
Look at guys like Benoit, guys like Perry Saturn, guys like Dean Malenko. These guys had talent. Rey Mysterio. WCW did not know how to build these guys, and that's why they all Mysterio a little bit later, but that's why they all jumped ship to WWE.
Mm-hmm. Technically, Chris Jericho was a star in WCW, and he tried to do something with Goldberg, but it didn't work. But he became a bigger person in the limelight because of WCW, in the mainstream.
Well,
so I will give him that.
Yeah, because he got WCW to agree to just let him work. Is what happened. He somehow convinced them to just give him a chance. that was the whole thing, is that he managed to do it. The problem was that as far a lot of people who were there will tell you that it was hard to even do that, because you had like Nash and Hogan and Nash. I think Nash and Hogan were the main ones who had like the creative control in their contracts.
If there was a guy main eventing a pay-per-view, he had creative control.
Yeah.
Actually, you were talking about Legend Divas. I have a bit of quick news if you want to know about Lita.
Oh, sure.
Just real quick, Hall of Famer Lita is reportedly now working full-time with WWE on a full-time basis. So apparently, she's now going to have more of a behind-the-scenes role, working with creative and production teams. She's been at all like the television tapings and pay-per-views lately. So like maybe she's gonna help like work on women's wrestling more, which I honestly think she's training these girls. If she's like not gonna be a trainer as much, she's gonna be like a creative person. This might really help.
And I don't disagree with that, because and I guess the best thing to say that she could. I almost want to say that I guess what she'll be is an agent then at that point. Is that what they were called?
What's Road Dogg do?
You mean a road agent?
Road agent, yeah.
No, I mean because like Road Dogg, I think he's an agent. Am I thinking right?
So I almost
like one of the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, the ones I know of are pretty much Finley. I know, or he's a producer. I'm not sure.
Fucking Finley, it's so weird.
Finley, I know. Yeah, Finley, and I know. God damn it, Billy Kidman. I know he's one too.
Billy Kidman. I think J&J are technically road agents.
Yeah, from what I'm aware of, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's actually a neat. I think that's actually a really good idea. Is Lita basically serving that sort of a role to the to the current Divas division.
Well, it doesn't say she's directly with Divas. It's just backstage stuff, but I would just assume. Maybe she's going to be working with everybody, but I just assume with her, history, her Hall of Fame status, that she would want to work with Divas.
Yeah.
But it's not actually said. I'll just tell you that there.
Right. Let's see. So anything else with Raw, or should we get into?
Let me think.
I got a good chunk of news.
Once again,
I actually have some news too. So go ahead.
But two things. The only other two things from Raw that I really feel like I want to talk about. Because I think they're both. I think they're the two best stories they've got going right now.
Right.
One is, God damn it! I'm loving Kane right now.
He's so good.
Kane is.
Take back everything I ever said.
Kane is just perfectly playing this part that he's doing right now.
I'm sorry. To come up with some ideas.
Yeah. So
he reminds me of just like an HR guy.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because now Stephanie has thrown in the whole thing where if obviously we knew it was going to be a Kane versus Seth Rollins title match at Hell in a Cell. We knew that was coming, but now we've got if Kane does not win the title, if Demon Kane does not win the title, Corporate Kane is pretty much no longer director of operations.
I love those two Kanes. I fucking love it.
So that brings up. So that
you could do the loophole that Corporate Kane, or you could do it that Demon Kane is now corporate. So he just walks around in the suit, but with the mask on.
But now here's the thing that comes from that though. Do you have Kane win the title, or are you just straight up retiring the Corporate Kane character?
The Corporate Kane character just got so good.
And that is what sucks, is that now, obviously now you've got Corporate Kane as being entertaining, and the crowd recognizes it as being fairly entertaining now too. Like he's getting reactions again, as both characters.
Good ones.
Yeah. So it's it's kind of one of those things where I'm wondering what do you do in that case? So I guess we'll have to see what comes Hell in a Cell, because I feel like I feel like it's obvious that Rollins is not going to lose the title, but now you've got this thing where you're threatening to lose a character. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see where that goes, but that's one of the best. Yeah, that's one of their good storylines going right now. But the other one I've been saying for a while now is probably their best story going right now, and that's Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt.
That definitely really helped Roman Reigns. I'm loving it.
Really helped Roman Reigns.
He's getting a better reaction.
Yeah, and the fact that we have a Hell in a Cell match that is feeling that going into it feels like this is a perfect setup to Hell in a Cell.
This is where we end. Reigns even said, "Yeah, Hell in a Cell, this ends."
Yeah,
which scares me because they just spent all this time making like Bray Wyatt look like a good opponent for the first time in like about a year, but now they're about to now you have a choice. Who do you push, Reigns or Wyatt? Honestly, while Reigns is improving, Wyatt needs a legit pay-per-view win.
Yeah.
Not like his buddy in a hoodie jumping over and kicking Reigns in the face. And he needs a win. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I really want Reigns to lose.
Because here's the thing. Honestly, win or lose for either guy, Hell in a Cell is a place where... Well, I guess I should have maybe phrased this backwards. Hell in a Cell is a place where win or lose, depending on the match, both men can come out looking amazing.
You got a point there. I do remember, wasn't it last year that Dean and Seth had a match at Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins faced each other.
Yeah, and they had a great match.
And then wasn't that the match where Dean Ambrose got attacked by Sister Abigail and Bray Wyatt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, because honestly, I'm looking forward to that Hell in a Cell match. I will admit, the other one is kind of I'm not, I will agree, I don't think it was the best, I don't think it's the best move to have Taker compete in Hell in a Cell.
That's a really bad idea.
Especially against Brock Lesnar, because if they really want to go full Hell in a Cell and have full-on carnage going,
this is going to be, I can honestly guarantee you, this is going to be a massacre.
And they end Undertaker's career. They end the Taker character by putting him up on the top of his cell and getting him suplexed through the ring, like from the top of the cage. He gets suplexed through the cage, and then he falls to the ring, which fucking implodes.
It's and then
he just turns into dust when he lands.
You see a mushroom cloud just show up in the middle of the ring, just like in a cartoon or something.
Where'd Taker go? Where'd he go?
No. And then lightning strikes where the hole is,
and then he rises up to the top of the cage.
No. Then this is what happens. Then the refs go and check. Where's Taker? His robe is just here. And then all of a sudden, Brock, a soul transfer happens where Brock Lesnar becomes a new Undertaker.
Oh shit.
Oh, geez.
See, okay, now we're going into Wrestling Society X territory.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say it's what they hide a hat on top of the cell, and everything goes dark. Then all of a sudden it comes back up, and just Lesnar's sitting there with the hat on.
He suddenly has a robe.
Suplex Death Valley, bitch.
But okay, so.
But I did want to say one thing about the Hell in a Cell match with Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. That match, and Suki, I'm in agreement with you. This is the perfect setup to Hell in a Cell, just because Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns have been feuding since Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they said
was that was that June or July?
They're saying it's about a 5-month feud we've had going.
So a 5-month feud. That's where you end it inside Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, and that was the weird thing is I remember at the beginning of this rivalry they started. I remember we were all thinking okay, so this was just a random thing they threw, and they made the absolute best of this. They did a great job telling this story.
Oh yeah, this has been one of the few WWE stories recently that has me completely invested. I want to see the
Yeah.
outcome of this. Because, you bring it, and they brought in this new guy, Braun Strowman, wherever the hell he came from. And they're giving him time on TV. And Braun needs some work. He's still pretty green, but he's getting there. So credit to WWE for bringing in a newer guy.
When is Hell in a Cell again?
October 25th.
So I think
we have some time.
Yeah, we got a couple.
They
weeks.
have 3 weeks.
Yeah. So
3 weeks.
Well, from the recording of this, because it's October 6th, we've got next week. So that's gonna be the 13th. I think is next Monday.
Yep.
And then the 19th. So we got two sets of Raw and SmackDowns to go.
Well, three SmackDown and
3
2 Raw.
SmackDowns, 2 Raws.
There we go.
Yeah, so they have plenty of time to build up Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So so I think I think we're definitely looking at something interesting there because I will say this, it's pretty obvious the Bray and Roman Hell in a Cell. It's it's going to start out with the two of them. We all know it's going to break down and it's going to have you know what? I know exactly the spot they can bring back for it. Because
tearing the walls down.
Tearing the cell door off because Braun Strowman is obviously the size of guy that should be able to do that.
Oh, probably. He could probably do it.
Yeah.
Which means they definitely got to have their match as like the main event.
Wait, why is? Sorry.
I was gonna say they're probably gonna put Brock. They're putting Brock Taker as main event.
Yeah, you do get a point there. Yeah,
they're getting.
Tails would put a good one. Yeah, I think more likely we'll at least see a spear into the cell, whether or not the wall comes down.
Oh yeah, we'll see that.
Well, you know what? Because I guess you got to. You know what? Yeah, there is a way they can do it. Now that I think about it, because I was just thinking, it's like, but that's kind of dangerous to fans. But I remembered. Oh wait, no, there is specifically one corner where you could do it at. And it's where it's the one that faces the timekeeper area.
Yep.
Because if you do it,
the only people in harm's way will be the ones over by the timekeepers area.
And here's the thing, they probably know, they would see that it'd be setting up, and obviously they would have their time to be able to just like, okay, we got to duck down and be out of the way.
Pretty much. So they'll know.
Yeah, King just go, oh, incoming, hide under the desk.
Oh no, not again!
My hat.
Also, keep in mind, my hat, Michael. But anyway, keep in mind that probably remember last year we saw this during the Dean Ambrose Rollins match,
right?
Where there was like that one little thing under a cloak, and it turned out to be another announce table. Keep an eye out for another cloaked table. Because what if they do? What if they tried to do that spot with Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns?
Yep.
Never know.
Yeah, we'll see. But well, I think we've done enough on the recapping. So let's go ahead and do some news stuff, and we'll get out of here for the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Chef, can I start real quick?
Usually start calls, so.
I got some Daniel Bryan news.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just go back and forth, I guess.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'll do one, then you do one. So recently, Daniel Bryan did a interview with IGN for the new W2K game.
Yeah.
So they talked about his career and such, and basically they asked about his status. So they said, I don't know right now. I had a concussion in April. Everyone's very super sensitive about concussions. Especially with how the NFL is going with the new movie. Just everyone has to be careful about concussions. So WWE's taking their time. Mm-hmm. So one of the amazing things he said was, the guy asked him, what would you do? Would you work the indies if WWE doesn't clear you? And his response was, John Cena and I actually had this discussion. He said, if something were to happen to you and the WWE, would you go back to doing the indies? Daniel Bryan just said, absolutely. Bryan said he's got a fascination with lucha and the idea of doing a mask versus hair match, and it is appealing to him as the main event of a CMLL anniversary show.
That's cool. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. So Bryan would go back to the indies if something were to happen too. WWE.
His mask versus hair matchup, would that include his beard? That has to go too.
No,
He goes back to like NXT Daniel Bryan.
no, no, not babyface Daniel Bryan. I like the beard.
Face.
Beard the beard.
All right.
So yeah.
Okay.
Your turn.
Yeah, that's gonna think. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Chef.
All right. I got quite a few. Let's see. Where should I start? I guess I'll start with this one. As you know, it's October, so WWE does their annual Susan G. Komen thing. Well, a certain ex WWE wrestler made a tweet that
I had this story too. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. CM Punk tweeted out about Susan B. Komen being a scam, and which, in a way, you know, when you read like some charity organizations, they don't really put a lot of money towards actually the research and through the research and everything. Mm-hmm. So yeah, CM Punk is just pretty much spreading awareness of like actually put your donations towards an actual charity that'll actually put it towards a cure and stuff instead of just profiting off it.
His exact tweet was, if you're going to give money to a company that claims to raise money for finding a cure for cancer, please do some research. Komen is a scam. And then some people started attacking him, saying, why are you attacking this place that, like, your old work is like big with, and like, are you just doing it because you hate WWE? He goes, I didn't mention wrestling at all. I'm just saying what I said.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I'm with Punk, actually.
I'm not totally with Punk just because, like, after what happened with ALS Challenge, like, where a lot of money was raised for that, and now we might actually be closer to finding a cure. I'm like, you're putting this at a bad time because,
Well, Cole, you might be right about that, but also that foundation did take a lot of money in from the challenge.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
I just found the tweet. Oh, yo. There was actually a pretty funny response underneath that. WWE's corporate heads would have exploded if you said that 2 or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. What did Punk say? Did he reply?
No, he
to
didn't.
that?
He didn't respond.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to take a shot. He will never take a shot at Connor's cure, though. He cannot cross that line.
Oh, he'll never do that.
No, he will never do that one.
Punk is not that kind of guy.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
I really don't know that much about Susan G. Komen, but yeah. So
They turned the ring ropes
stories.
pink.
I've heard stories about Susan G. Komen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Honestly, I just know that there's better charities that actually put effort into breast cancer research and everything.
Yeah.
Susan B. Komen's not one of the top ones to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so can I go another story?
good.
Well, it's
Go
your
for it.
turn, so.
All right, so WWE re-adds some previously removed Hulk Hogan content back to the network.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
So I just thought this was interesting because they. All right, so the things they did were the rivalries special between Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper, which honestly they had to because of Roddy dying.
Right.
So of course, like I know it's a little late, but them doing it makes sense. Hulk Hogan Unleashed from 2009's up there, but I kind of love it if it was like the Warrior documentary where they just shit on Hulk Hogan for about 60 minutes. That'd be amazing. And then WrestleMania Rewind, the episodes featuring Hulk Hogan and The Rock, Hogan Andre, and Hogan Macho Man are all back up there. So the only content that has not been re-added are the episodes of Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling.
Oh, and
So I just kind of thought that's interesting.
They're pretty much slowly bringing Hulk a little back. So
yeah.
I remember, I think it was one of the first podcasts that we did, and we pretty much said that Hulk is probably going to be off the network or not going to be mentioned for at least a maximum of 5 years at least.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
not
think
like
we said about a few years, yeah.
yeah. So
And speaking of the WWE Network, I have a news story of my own.
Okay.
really? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so speaking of the WWE Network, you guys know how to normally pay for the WWE Network. You have to pay with a credit card.
$9.99.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to pay.
yeah,
you
just
pay
I just saw the. I think I know what you're talking about on this.
Mm-hmm. You pay $9.99 usually with a credit card. But what if you don't want to use a credit card? Maybe you want to pay for it like how you would pay for Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. You get a card. WWE is accommodating that.
Oh.
So WWE is releasing, I think right now it's only 3 months for the WWE Network. You can get
Yes,
those.
It's only
and
3
you
months.
so it's only for 3 months. but you can get that as a gift card, and you can redeem it on their website, and you get 3 months right there for the WWE Network, no strings attached.
That's a pretty
Walmart.
smart idea right there.
Only at Walmart.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
it's right now because Cole. Let's not kid ourselves. They're gonna globally distribute it to all mass markets.
Yeah,
Well,
I think the idea
Yeah.
because I think the idea of doing it just in Walmart right now is
It's a trial period.
Yeah, they see it's a good idea, but they want to make sure it works.
Yeah. So if you
What does
have a Wal-
Walmart cater to? White trash. What's most of our fan base? White trash.
it prints money.
It prints money.
But anyway, yes. So if you want 3 months for the WWE Network and you don't want to use a credit card, head to a Walmart, go pick up a card, and you're set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Lemon in our chat, as far as I understand, these are only being released in the U.S. right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think yet. At least I don't remember hearing anything about anything going on right now for the UK network.
No, it's only for the U.S.
Yeah.
Let's also remember that this is the same network that keeps giving months out for free every fucking month.
It's not that actually no.
Only for
Paul,
new
they-
subscribers.
I was gonna
Just
say
make a new
they-
email.
They've only they've now kind of made that a permanent thing where it's like Netflix, you get a free month. So they're doing that with the network. So it's not like a constant. It's just like, oh geez, they're giving out so many free months. No, now it's a permanent thing.
So what you're saying is it's like Netflix, but better.
Son of a bitch! I knew you were gonna do that. I knew it. I knew it.
All right, so Chef's turn.
All right. This is about John Cena.
Oh boy. John
Right.
Cena
Well,
sucks.
yes, he does. They're saying that John Cena is going to be taking some time off
I'm
after.
sorry, what?
John Cena is actually going to be taking some time off around after Hell in a Cell.
What?
2 weeks off, people. It's gonna be great.
They said 2 months. So John Cena off TV for 2 months.
Yeah, I remember I saw this on
Ooh,
Yahoo
man.
News, and I'm like,
What are they gonna do with the U.S. title?
That's
give
an
me
interesting
someone who
question
might
now because
actually deserve
Who's
it.
facing him?
because we don't have a definitive opponent for him at
Heath Slater.
Heath Slater. Yeah.
Heath Slater.
Heath Slater. This is his moment.
Yeah,
Maybe,
he's been trying, and then he's like, at Hell in a Cell, John Cena comes out going, all right, we're going to do a Hell in a Cell version of this, and Heath Slater just charges out, it's my time. It's just fucking Heath Cena.
Oh my god.
I want
That would be
this.
amazing. That would be incredible, but that's not going to happen. WWE's.
I would buy the network like 5 times for that.
But yeah, what are they going to do with the
That's-
United States Championship? Because Cena's doing this open challenge every single week, and Suki brought up another point saying like they don't have really a definitive program or an opponent for him.
Right.
What are they going to do?
honestly, unless they're gonna just pull, unless they're gonna pull, somebody pulls dirty trick and wins the title at Hell in the Cell from him, sort of thing.
Maybe Big E.
Or Xavier, because he's like the only person in that team who doesn't normally fight with the tag team.
Honestly, Cole, I really don't foresee the New Day walking out of Hell in a Cell with the tag team titles.
Yeah, but
Well,
but,
yeah, one second.
Well, here's how. I mean, this is how I would write it, or at least I don't know. This is kind of how it makes sense to me because I've got John Cena, powerful character, and I don't have a good feuding character against him going in. I would have it to where he does a short program with somebody, but he ends up beating him at Hell in the Cell. But something happens at Hell in the Cell where it seems like he suffers some kind of injury, but he's able to power through it and still get the victory. But the next down on Raw, he says, "Hey, looks like this was worse than we thought it was. I'm going to be out of action for a couple months."
Then I see.
And
then
then
they could write him off.
And
of
then
TV.
you pretty much basically have him pulled the Daniel Bryan where it's like, all right, unfortunately I have to drop the title.
Yeah, and
and
they
then-
relinquish the title.
Oh, and you know what? Oh, yes. And then you know what my plan is? Tournament
Shoot.
for Survivor Series.
Ooh.
A tournament at Survivor Series.
Or a tournament
They-
to Survivor Series, I guess.
And then the winner, and then the new United States champion will be.
Yeah,
crowned
you have
at Survivor
the
Series.
championship match at Survivor Series.
I like that idea.
Yeah, but here's the thing:
Yeah, that's
WWE
good.
writers are. Here's the problem, though. WWE writers are not that smart.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
See,
the problem.
because
WWE
see, that's the whole
writers are
thing.
not
Is like,
God
because
damn it.
yeah, because the fact that the Survivor Series hasn't really been that prestigious in the past years, like I really think the Survivor Series needs a rebranding, sort of, or at
They
least
need
Yeah.
something. 'Cause
where
honestly,
which is where I think maybe this is like that's where I kind of think maybe this becomes like a yearly tournament situation. Like you do it
yearly tournament for a title.
for us just pick a title and go for it.
Kind of like, well, they could always bring back the championship scramble match.
What was that one again?
You remember
That was basically there were a ton of people in the ring.
there were 6 guys. I think it was like maybe 6 or 7 guys in the ring, and if you pinned anybody, it didn't matter who you pinned, you were the champion. And then if you got pinned again, it's like, okay, let me give you an idea.
It was a
So
time-
you-
Oh, now I remember. Yeah, if you got pinned,
Yeah.
you were the champion until somebody pinned you again, and it was like a certain amount of time in the match.
yeah.
And it's like when time runs out, whoever's champion.
The best comparison I can make to it was the hardcore championship match at WrestleMania 16. But less weaponry being used.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna
So less fun.
I was thinking like they could try to bring someone from NXT up, like maybe they could do Samoa Joe, but
I don't-
it might be a little too early for him.
I was gonna say, honestly,
No. There's someone else. I mean, there's possibly one of 2 people.
Oh my
you know,
god, they're not gonna bring Enzo and
you know,
Cass.
No.
Fuck you.
No.
Fuck you.
For the
I
for
know
the
you
United
want
States
Enzo and Cass
Championship, I know you love them, Cole, but they're a tag team. They're not gonna bring them up until like they need someone for the tag team division.
And you can't teach that.
No, but he's 7 foot tall.
How you doing?
Yeah, but
Alright.
actually, somebody mentioned his name, but it could be a possibility. But is what's the update on Zayn?
I think he's still recovering.
Yeah, he's still injured.
Fuck.
Okay.
He would be good, but
I don't.
Because I mean, it does feel like
see him at the Rumble. That's
yeah,
my guess.
Because it does feel like that. Does feel like the really coming up as far as like a replacement for Cena's place in the company. Like if Daniel Bryan wasn't out, he'd be there. And I think Sami Zayn is the next attempt to come in for that as well.
Someone mentioned it in the chat. What about Tyler Breeze? That kid's been putting in so much work in NXT.
Yeah.
Throw him a bone.
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing: Tyler Breeze winning U.S. title in a first match in WWE from John Cena.
That would be huge.
That's saying that they have a ton of faith in Tyler Breeze.
Honestly, they should, because think about how much he's kind of been like Mankind in a way where he's a good supporting character. I honestly think his character is good, his mic work is good, he's solid in the ring, but he's always been used as like a stepping board for people, like not in a bad way, but like, Kevin Owens, Zayn, Hideo Itami, Finn Balor. They've all jumped on him to go bigger places. I honestly feel bad for Breeze, and I think maybe giving him a match against Cena as one of the open challenges and him not winning, that would be okay. But like if he won, like a Hell in a Cell or something,
would be
incredible.
Like maybe what you're saying, because another way you could do that then is Cena does the open challenge, and maybe because I also said somebody could take the title through dirty moves and everything. Because here's the thing, Cena, because when we're talking about Cena losing, and it being a really out there thing, we're still talking about Cena losing clean. Where
Kevin Owens did that.
That's why somebody coming up in their first match and just doing an open challenge being the loss of the title. That's why I say that's really not likely. However, if you have somebody, However, you have somebody that can
remember Carlito.
Dude, I'm pretty sure WWE doesn't want us to remember Carlito.
But no, I'm serious though. Like, think about Carlito.
Yeah.
He was a pretty good talent, and his like one of his first I think it was either his first or one of his first matches. He beat John Cena for the U.S. title.
That was his
Think about
debut
that.
match, yeah, and he
That
did
was his
win.
debut match.
Yeah.
So like, just think about like they had faith in him. Honestly, he was okay. He didn't set the world on fire. He was alright.
And actually, I guess I do have to say WB wouldn't want us to forget him because apparently WB has actually actively sought out Carlito to try and maybe bring him back.
Well,
You'd be a good NXT person.
Well, because apparently there's because with the issue the fact that Rey Mysterio's gone and they lost Del Rio, they were looking for a new top Latino star.
well, I mean, they do have his brother and cousin still as the luchadors, or I'm trying to remember. God damn it, I can't even remember their name because they're pretty much fading. Yeah, the Matadors, right?
Los Matadores,
Los
but they aren't
Matadores.
even Los Matadores anymore.
Right. Did they drop it yet, or? Are they
I'm
back
pretty sure
there?
they dropped it. It's like they stopped being on TV after they kicked their bull.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're back to Epico and I can't remember the other one.
Well, I don't even know that. Yeah.
It would be a good idea unless they. I mean, I remember Rey Mysterio has mentioned that he might come back just for a little bit, but
Yeah.
more than likely that's not going to happen until like a year or two for now.
All right. So all right. So let's we talk about this. Chef, is it your turn for news or?
I think I'm the one who mentioned about Cena, so it's your turn, I think.
All right. Cool. So next one I got is this really weird bit of Chris Benoit news that I usually would just not talk about, but honestly, it's so weird that in 2015 that this came out today that they're talking about this. So some wrestling journalist named Bill Apter was on Talk Is Jericho, which is already a no-no because you don't talk about this shit in front of Chris Jericho. But apparently he believes that Benoit was murdered in a mob-style hit, and the murder scene was staged. And a question I have for this is, why the fuck in 2015 do people still believe this? Because apparently I looked him up, this guy's a really well-respected wrestling journalist, and he's saying about how Chris got himself in trouble, I don't know what it was, and like how everything was too perfect, like that sort of thing. It's kind of weird, and with Jericho, he know that it was a plausible theory, and that's just kind of weird to me that Jericho is even agreeing with this. I'll link it in the chat, but just like, it struck me as very odd that like they're still talking about this. Even Jericho was okay with the idea of talking about this.
Yeah.
Well, Cold, all I can say is there's a lot of stupid people out there that believe in Illuminati and all these conspiracy theories. That's pretty much what I can say.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I just want to bring it up because it struck me weird.
All right. Well, anyway, let's see, Chef. You have some more? Because
Other than
let's see.
well,
I'm thinking we can go. I'm
there's-
thinking we can do one more and then we head off.
Okay, there's nothing really else except for Steve Austin's pretty much replying to like tweets that people are saying that he's boycotting WrestleMania 32, and he just tweeted out that pretty much anything that involves him boycotting WrestleMania 32 is pretty much bullshit, and he said "and the end" on Twitter. So pretty much, if you hear anything about Stone Cold Steve Austin saying about like boycotting WrestleMania 32, it's pretty much bullshit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, and also just I won't like take up too much time. Just 2 bits of TNA news. Fucking Jeff Hardy dropped his title like
Matt
without
Hardy.
even fighting for it, which is very weird.
Wasn't
Jeff
Matt Hardy you're
Hardy.
talking about?
You mean Matt Hardy?
Yeah, Matt Hardy. He won the title and then apparently he just like immediately relinquished it 2 days after he won it for Bound for Glory. So I kind of think he might be retiring. Like he just said, "I won it. That's it."
Wow.
And then yeah, I think he might say, "Yeah, I won it. I'm good. Goodbye."
That is.
And
wow.
That's so stupid.
Christian got a better deal than that.
Oh my god, that's really.
Oh, Matt, he's just becoming a
It's
lazy,
really dumb.
lazy son of a bitch.
And the other thing, really quick, is that Finn Balor was at TNA headquarters,
Oh boy.
and
yeah.
Matt
Don't
Hardy.
do something
actually
you're gonna
tweeted-
regret.
Matt Hardy tweeted out saying, "Breaking news: Balor visits TNA in hopes of entering the Bound for Glory X Division match." And Finn Balor went back to him and say, "Sorry, pal, but me and Enzo Amore have important stuff to do, like standing in this field of mud all day." And it was them outside the NXT event, like a fucking field.
Oh.
So they know how to have fun.
Burn.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll link that in the chat too, because it's just Enzo and Balor just standing in a fucking field of mud, just being like super snidey. That's it.
All right.
Okay, so. All right, well then. Yep, I do definitely think we spent our time on this. So, once again, just another standard, build week. We got at least two. We got another one of those, and then we'll finally have a look ahead to the pay-per-view. But we pretty much talked about. Oh, God! How did I not think about this?
What?
Respect.
Oh, takeover.
Is that this Wednesday?
That's this
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Wow, it's not fun.
That is the day after this recording.
Wow.
So
Should we just look through the card real quick?
let's just look at it real quick. We're not going to do a full thing,
okay.
But I guess the obvious thing we got to talk about is the fact that we're having a women's title match as the solo main event, 30-minute Iron Man match.
I am fucking stoked for this match because NXT TakeOver, I think I said it the podcast before the show. I said that I really thought that Bayley and Sasha Banks were going to steal the show. And they did. How can you top something like that? That was one of the best women's matches I have seen in a very, very long time. So I'm really looking forward to this match and seeing what Bayley and Sasha can do with 30 minutes at their disposal.
The best
That
part
crowd
about,
is going to
like,
that crowd is going to go apeshit.
The best part about this event is that there's no NXT title match. It's just the women.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. But
the only the tag team stuff is the 2 tag matches in the Dusty Road Classic, and then the final that's like right after. And then we have like 2 debuting people who are gonna get like bounces.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I just realized one of the teams apparently has a name that I realized they get referred to online all the time. I'm not sure if they're going to actually adopt that name into NXT.
Mechanics?
Yeah, the Mechanics. Is that what they're actually called?
Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder?
Yeah. Have they been called that in NXT?
That's the That's on Wikipedia. That's what I remember them being called by NXT a few times, but it's also on Wikipedia here.
Yeah. But I will admit, it is kind of, I did like I did kind of like in ways how they handled the Dusty Classic, how it was this nice longer tournament thing going on. It was kind of interesting too for them to have matches that were solely at house shows and stuff like that. But that is going to be kind of interesting.
You want to go to a house show more.
Yeah. And I don't know, I'm looking at this and I'm honestly not 100% sure how to call this tournament. Because let's see, because if we look at this, I mean, we have 2 matches that are obvious, we have one that's an obvious face team versus an obvious heel team, and then you've got Jordan and Gable versus Corbin and Rhino, which they're technically 2 heel teams, but which heel team wins?
I'd say Gable.
I kind of want to agree just because they're the more cohesive unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Baron Corbin versus Rhino could be the next pay-per-view.
That's a good point.
Probably. And then I'm guessing, Balor and Joe win their match?
That's what I'm seeing, too.
Yeah, just because they're the more established team.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, they're more of a threatening team, I should say.
And then maybe in the main event, I kind of see that at that point, I think Jordan and Gable maybe win it, because here's the thing. I see the end of this tournament resulting in us seeing that Samoa Joe and Balor are going to go at each other.
That does kind of make sense.
They will.
Yeah, but
you think Samoa Joe turns heel?
It's guaranteed.
I think so, because Joe is a good heel.
Joe can play a really insanely good heel. He can.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill you.
Yeah. But okay, the other matches that we have on there, we did mention that we're looking forward to the Bayley Banks match. I'm saying Bayley wins that because Sasha Banks is going to focus on the main roster.
Yep, Bailey's got it.
Yep.
But okay. The other two, there's only 2 other matches on the card, and those
And both
as
are
of
debuts.
for right now, and one is Apollo Crews and Tyler Breeze.
Apollo
Which
Crews has
also-
got that match.
I'm sorry, that just proves my point, though, at Tyler Breeze, where he continues to be a stepping stone, which, yeah, he's good. And I kind of wish they would do more with him than just say, okay, so this guy's kind of established because he's had title matches, so you can just beat him. Come on, fuck's sake.
Yeah. But I mean, it would be interesting if Tyler Breeze was the first one to beat Crews.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess I don't know, that is going to be an interesting match because you do have 2 very athletic guys here. Like, holy crap! I mean, Crews. Apparently, we still haven't even seen everything Apollo Crews can do, and that's kind of scary in a way.
Yeah, because he's fucking crazy.
It is.
Yeah. But then I will admit the other match on the card is another one I'm looking forward to, just because I want to see how this how this woman adopts to the more American style and more the more WWE style, and that's the Dana Brooke Asuka match.
All right.
That's going to be an interesting one to say.
Yeah, because I just love how they immediately established that Asuka is not going to be too promo heavy.
Yeah.
Because she pretty much just like that, like her time on the mic on NXT was pretty much all the Japanese guests at Anime Week in Atlanta.
Give us an example.
Pretty much just like, I am glad to be here, and
Oh, no.
and all that. Yeah.
I like
Kung
sushi.
Fu, not
Oh god, can we pull the Game Grumps joke? Do you like crab?
No,
Oh,
not that.
Jesus.
No, it was a bad day.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But yeah, yeah, because that's gonna be interesting. Because I mean, that's the whole thing. Is like she didn't really, because it wasn't like, she didn't really. Obviously, her English is not that strong yet. But then I mean, it was weird because Dana Brooke and Emma came out and did that whole thing where they just told her to go away and she just started walking off, and I was just sitting there wondering what the hell, this is really weird. And then she stopped at the top of the ramp and did that look back, and I was like, oh, that's all she needed to do. Okay then.
All right, let's see how this goes. I trust Triple H.
Yeah, because I mean, it was just that look she gave. Like you could tell there was something was going on in that head where it was just like, I'm kind of scared to know what's going on in there.
It's like you take a peek in the door and then like you come out and your hair's all white and your like eyes are shot open.
Yeah, but God, but still, okay. So there's our quick look ahead at Respect, and I do, once again, we're looking for, this is another event we're looking forward to because NXT has been doing very good.
I've said it for months and I'll say it one more time. NXT is worth getting the network itself.
Yeah.
At what price, AJ?
$9.99.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, the network has been definitely worth it for NXT, and actually some of their content they've been coming out with. Like I've enjoyed Table for Three. Just put three personalities down and let them talk and kind of do the whole road stories thing. Legends with JBL. I've watched
Monday Night Wars was solid.
Monday Night Wars was great. That was a good
Yeah, I
documentary
loved it.
series. I'm kind of looking forward to Breaking Ground, where they're kind of going to look at like behind the scenes every day of the Performance Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I think we got a chance to go look ahead at the event. But didn't mean to, almost forgot about it, but luckily we didn't. So we talked a little bit about it. We're looking forward to it, but it's pretty much time for us to go ahead and cut this off and get out of here. So before we head out, let's go ahead and go around the table and let the people know where they can find each of us, starting with Cole.
You can find me on most things as Coltrane Forever. Twitter, not Facebook, because I don't want people on my Facebook, because I don't use it. Mostly just Twitter.
All right.
Facebook's still
That's it.
relevant.
It's still money.
I still use it.
I still use it for business.
Anyway,
All right. Moving on next, we go to AJ.
you can find me on Twitter at PwnGamer. The E is the 3. That's my shtick. You can also keep up with my podcast, The Brent Podcast. I have a SoundCloud link. I'll put that somewhere. Jeff, if you want to throw that in editing, throw it up. There it is.
Sure, just send us the link.
Yeah, and you can check that out.
And yeah.
We have some fun stuff. I know some things, but that are coming. Ooh.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, and they're gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We have some fun things coming.
Yeah. And when this episode comes out, I'll be 2 episodes ahead of you.
You son of a bitch! Damn it.
Sorry. Okay. And all right, Chef Joe.
The people can find me on Twitter at Joe Off the Island, and you can find me on DeviantArt and YouTube at Chef Joe G19. I'm working on some projects, and hopefully they'll be out in the future. I'm just waiting for a couple people to finish their lines, but hopefully our patience will be rewarded.
Oh, all right. As for myself, you can follow me on Twitter at Tsukisama87. I just realized I forgot to tweet out this stream tonight. Dang it!
God
I'm getting used to it. That's kind of a new thing for me. I'm getting used to trying to remember that. But I am doing better about it. So there are stream announcements, and if the majority of the time when I've been using Twitter is when I've been going to events and stuff. So I don't know if I find reasons to use it otherwise, I'll put stuff out. But that's kind of been the thing. But it is at Tsukisama87, and you can follow me. You can follow me there. The show the recorded versions are put out on youtube.com/otaku-backup. You can follow the recorded versions there, or catch the live recordings every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, livestream.com/OA Wrestling. I know, and as the title of the last episode said, upload schedules are hell. However, we are working on fixing that. Now that should be things are kind of calming down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully we'll see about that. I'm definitely pretty much I'm looking to this time pretty much as soon as I can put the file on my computer, because kind of we'll go a little bit back behind the scenes here. Me and Chef trade the episode off pretty much through Google Drive, and in order for me to put it on my computer, I have to link it to an actual folder on my computer through Google Drive. And for some reason, Google likes to take like a half a day for some reason to sync that file to my computer folder.
Wow.
Usually it takes me at most 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, for some reason mine takes longer. I don't know why, but it does. I don't know. It might be faster this time, but as soon as I get it, I'm uploading it this time. So it should only be a couple of days following this. We'll work on that.
All right then.
All right, but with that in mind, we are done. We've talked about what we want to talk about for this week, and really all we can say is thank you so much for checking out the show. Hope you join us for the live recordings. Thank you so much, even if you're just listening to the recorded versions. But for pretty much the whole panel that's been here this time, this is Suki, and saying thanks, thank you guys, and see you next week.
Yep. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Later.
It's horse shit to cancel Swerve, Lemon.